to thank you so much for tuning in to the Tried and Tested podcast. I am your host, Tracey, and if you are not familiar with my show, this is a dating and relationship podcast where we talk about all the things that we go through when it comes to dating and relationships in this day and age. We talk about the good, the bad, the ugly, the sad, everything, you know, in regards to dating. So today we have a special guest, and this is my friend, Night Asia. Say hey, Night.
Hello.
So thank you for joining us today for a topic that really is near and dear to my heart. Okay, honey? This is something that really this is something that really has me talking. This is something that really, you know, it gets me fired up because of my own, you know, personal beliefs and things like that. So without further ado, today our topic is DM love. And this is direct messaging love, a.k.a. men or women in your DMs, men or women trying to talk to you and holler at you from, I guess, the social media inboxes that we have, okay? So, I'm going to just get right into the story that even brought up, like, you know, that really brought upon this conversation today. So, I had an instance recently where somebody slid into my DMs, and just a little backstory, I'm not a fan of DM love. I don't like men sliding into my DM because I feel like they don't know how to properly converse, right? They don't know how to speak to you. They don't know how to address you. People just feel like the DM is a way for them to slide in and have a comfortable conversation with someone they don't know. And the reason why I'm against it is because social media is not a dating platform. It's not a dating site where, you know, you have a bio. We know that we're both on here for the same reasons, and this is what we're looking for. I didn't have to swipe left or right for you to slide into my DM. So that's my first thing. I mean, do you agree with that or no, first and foremost, before I get to the story?
Well, no, I don't.
Okay, so tell me what you think.
I feel like with DMs, like people want, social media is a way for us to connect, and I feel like it should be open for people to holler at you as a friend, as somebody that want to take me out on a date, or even for business. I feel like that's the amazing thing about social media is that it's diverse.
Mhm. Okay.
It allows.
No, go ahead. You said it allows what?
It just allows anything. But I do see where you're coming from with the type of person that you are. You make people come correct. Like, it's like either you come correct and I look up to that because you only going to attract the right people by doing that. So I see what you mean.
Okay. So, and of course, I just want to go into the story to kind of help the listeners understand, like, this is an example of what I'm talking about as far as me not liking DM love and why. So basically, I got a message today, from somebody, and they were just, you know, saying like, hey, Tracey, happy birthday, you know, happy belated birthday. I hope you had a wonderful time, so on and so forth. And I didn't know who the person was. So I'm like, okay, you know, thank you so much. And, you know, I appreciate it. And then the person goes on to ask me, you know, so I see you live in name state. So they said New Jersey. That's where I live. And I was like, oh, you know, do I know you from somewhere? Like, you know, have we met before? And the person is like, oh, no, we haven't. I saw your page, and I liked your personality. And I'm like, okay, so yes, you know, I do live in New Jersey. Then the person was like, oh, what part of New Jersey do you live in? And I was just like, hold up, sir, like, pump your brakes. Like, when you slide into someone's DM, I feel like there should be a certain type of protocol that you use or a certain type of something that you use in order for you to kind of address me. Like, you slid into my DM. You never mentioned what your name was. If I didn't ask you if I already knew you from somewhere, I wouldn't have known that you were in my DM because you thought I had a nice personality, which was a lie, but it's all good. So for me, I feel like, so tell me, do you disagree with this? When people slide into your DM, like, do they come at you? Do they address you properly? Do they address you, or do they just start having conversations with you?
Some do address me properly, and some are, you know, the same way you would see them on the street. Yo, what's up? Or not how are you doing, but hi, you doing? And that just helps me restrict you from messaging me. You won't see if I read it or anything. But it's just about weeding them out. Like weeding out, because you never know. You might find your husband on Instagram. Like, I know it's not ideal, but he might just be the one, but you'll know by the way he approached you. This guy, no. That just was a no.
That's what I'm saying. But I feel like oftentimes, like, typically I don't respond to DM messages. Like, the worst ones are on Facebook. Those are the worst. I don't know what countries they be from, and even if they're from here, but I just feel like I don't know if men prefer DM conversations because they don't know how to speak to women or what. But I feel like what's so hard about you? And the man told me, he was like, "Well, my page is open. You can see everything." But what makes you think that if you hit me up on my social media, I have to now take my time and go and research who you are? When you came up to me, like, you just feel like, oh, I look good, so she could do the rest. Like, no, people, I feel like this generation is so, like, microwavable. Everything has to just be done in, a matter of seconds. And it's just like, you don't even know, like, anything about me. But you want to know where I live. And he was like, well, I don't need to know your address and blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, the conversation didn't go well. He said what he said. I said what myself. But I wasn't going to argue. I just said, have a good day, sir. And I just left it at that. And I didn't respond to anything, but it's just like, so you can, like, for me, what I can tell is that, one, you don't respect women properly. Like, you don't know how to address them. You don't know how to speak to them. That's probably why you're in my DMs. And two, it's just like, you have an anger problem. Why should that make you angry if I'm telling you I don't like the way you're addressing me? And I shouldn't have to also lead you into what to say. And I feel like that's what normally happens. If I do find a man that's attractive that is in my DMs, I feel like I have to kind of coach you or lead you just a little bit before I just kind of just don't reply anymore about how you should be speaking, what you should be saying. You should not be talking to me for 2 weeks every day and I don't know what your name is. You understand what I'm trying to say? Like,
right.
So, yeah, that's my 2 cents. But I mean, like, we were, of course, and even before we had this episode, me and you were talking about it and about this, society and whatnot. And I like what you were saying as far as about different women get approached in certain ways because that's how women are perceived to be. Or maybe I'm not saying that right. Can you explain more what you were saying?
Sure. What I was saying is, like, you already know you're the type of woman, certain things you're not letting slide. You know your worth. You walk in that. You own that. But a lot of women these days don't. So the guy, like, the way he talks to them, he thinks is okay. So that's why he approached you that way, because then he see that you don't like that and he gets mad because he's like, what makes you so different? Like, who do you think you are? Like, I had all these girls, they was responding. So what I was saying, they was telling me their address, but you like, okay. But usually you are like, I don't know why they would even do that. Why they would do that, even think that. But like for you, it's just the way you just move. That's why it's always going to weed out the wrong type of people. See, what it did for you here is, if he probably would have kept chasing, but when you knew what you wanted, it intimidated him because you're like, no, I don't like the way you're talking to me. You need to change it. It made him mad. Good. Weed you out the way. Bye.
But that is crazy. Like, I don't know. Like, and of course, like, it's so funny because obviously I always talk about dating in this day and age, right? And I feel like, I guess this might be a popular avenue for dating. I guess I would say online dating and DM love are kind of like, I guess they go hand in hand. I don't really know, but I just feel like, how does that, like, I don't know. I feel like the DMs are a little bit more personal or personable because I feel like you have someone's profile, you have their whole life depending on how much they post, and you have so much access to information about them. And I think that people sometimes they forget that it's important to actually still go through the correct avenues, and because I feel like at the end of the day, if I see you, right, if I see you on the street, you're not going to just come up to me and be like, where you live at? You get
right.
So
right.
what part? Like, because automatically that's what I'm saying, like, unless these people just don't have people skills and they don't know how to be personable and they don't know how to deal with people, I'm really trying to understand how that works. But have you ever had a situation that the DMs actually brought you to a situation that really was, like, it worked out? Has that ever happened to you?
Many times. Like, I've met people via Instagram or Facebook and it just went well. Or even it went well but ended that. But it's like, even with friendships, I've had people who knew how to approach me and was like, hey, well, I see that you're doing this and I would love to work with you. Or, hey, you're a beautiful woman. I would love to take you out sometime. And I'm like, hold on there. You can't get my number or take me out yet because we haven't talked. So how you talking about taking me out, but you only seen a picture? It don't work like that for me either. So A lot of times I will correct people, and then some people do take it cool. Like, some people be like, okay, yeah, you're right. All right. And they keep going. But some people, like what happened to you, would get mad. Who do you think you are? If I want to take you out on a date, you're beautiful. I have every right to take you out on a date. Boy, go on somebody else's, go on the Explore page. DM Nicki Minaj. Because, no.
OMG. But that's crazy. I mean, but what you're saying is true, too. Because, like, if some people, they will say, hi, my name, but I feel like it's almost like a copy and pasted message. It's like, hi, my name is, Xavier Jones, and I'm 6 feet tall. Like, they giving you a whole bio of them. So I don't like that either. But it's just like, I don't know, like, what is so hard about, like, a genuine conversation, a genuine understanding of, hey, I saw you, I liked you, my name is this, I'm from here, and then just have a genuine conversation. But I don't know. That was just, go ahead.
But Tracey, you, like, all right, so this has a lot to do with you too, though. Because, like, you have your standards, you have what you want. But it's like you have it so set in stone that if they missing a little piece, it's like, what? No. Like, real sad. So, yes, I've noticed that.
All right, so you know what? I'm not going to say, because listen, I'm all about self-improvement and also self-awareness. So I'm not going to say that that's not the case. And of course, I came out off the bat, I told y'all I don't like DM love, right? So I'm already going into the situation where I don't appreciate it. But I feel like the fact that I responded, it gave you the green light. And then the fact that I said, hey, do I know you? That gave you the opportunity to kind of tell me more about who you are. My name is so-and-so. I'm from here. Like, you get what I'm trying to say? So I feel like I don't think I even shut him down completely. And he was cute. Or he was not, I wouldn't say cute. He was a decent looking person. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, but I feel like nowadays, I don't know if it's because there's less men available than women or what, but I feel like people just put in minimal effort, and it's like a lazy effort in order to, to get a woman. So it's kind of just like, I don't know.
But I feel like you have every right to have done what you've done, though. Like, I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. I feel like that's a very good thing, and I look up to that, because being that way will only bring what you want, or at least really, really close to it. So even with this situation, I would have, like, the way you handled it was good. You responded, and you maturely said, I don't like the way you're speaking to me. I don't like the way you're coming off. And you said it in a gentle way where he could have had the opportunity to switch it up and switch up the whole narrative. But he got mad. That shows and it reveals who this person really is before you had to even waste a date on him.
Girl, and I wasn't going on no date no way after no DMs. Unless we really hit it off. But like I said, I just kind of feel like, and okay, so to further say why I don't like the whole DM love thing or whatever. Like, I mean, it's nice if you compliment somebody and keep it moving. And actually, that's a good strategy too, to compliment somebody and then just keep it moving. Because women will be like, oh wait, where'd he go? Like, oh, he's not trying to talk to me? Oh, why not? And then, so I feel like that's a tactic that you guys can use, fellas out there, or women, if you slide into somebody's DM, I don't know. But for me, I feel like, I mentioned the same thing in the whole online dating episode that I did. I feel like you don't know who these people really are, right? It's like you don't know, I mean, you'll never know anybody, but you don't know how tall they are, right? You don't know if they stink. You don't know if, if they're using filters and so they have disgusting skin. There's so many things I feel like that you can't learn off of an Instagram picture. And that's why I'm such a fan of actually meeting people in person. So if I see you out and about and you try to talk to me, I can kind of assess certain things about you. Now, I won't know your complete character. I won't know who you really are. You could just be showing me one person and you can be a completely opposite person. But I feel like that was just something like that I'm always very weary of and very leery of just like, seeing people and I'm not really, or I'm talking to you and I'm falling for you, and especially we're in quarantine. And like we're talking a whole lot, and then I see you, and I'm like, no, sir, like your clothes is not it. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's something for me. But have you ever met somebody offline, and then when you met them, they wasn't what they looked like or what they, has that happened to you?
For sure. Like, you really do fall in love with the pictures. Like, it is like, ooh, look at that skin. Look at that fit. Ooh, okay, his voice is probably nice. Then you get on the phone, you hear that hello. And you're just like, ooh, like, okay. right? And then boom, you guys go out finally, and you looking at this man, his breath smells, his conversation sucks.
Girl, got gingivitis, halitosis, everything.
Yes, it is like, it's horrible because you're like, wow, like I felt something for you, and now I'm looking at you face to face, and I feel no connection, sir. Check, please.
Yeah. Or you 4 foot nothing. Like, I feel like there's a lot. Like, I feel like, so my experience with the DM, like I said, I don't think I'm somebody who has, I feel like I have met somebody out of my DMs before, but it's very rare. You know what I'm trying to say? And maybe because you live in the same area as me and you were already going to be at the same place anyway. But like I said, I'm just not a fan of it. I feel like for some people, they use it as a crutch in order to kind of, they know that, okay, I have these flaws and these downfalls. And so I can use social media in order for her to fall for me. Because, you know, women, we like anything. Once, you know, you could be ugly as God knows what, but it's like we fall for words and we fall for how the person behaves. And so he could be consistent. He could text you every day, call you every day. And then when you meet him, you're looking down to see him because he's that small. You know what I'm saying? Like, no shade to small people, but you get what I'm trying to say? We all have standards. And it's just like you cannot use, especially when you have somebody who doesn't post a lot. So, I don't know. That's my 2 cents on the DM love and the DM diaries and stuff like that. But I don't know. And I feel like with this episode, I had a lot to say. I'm sorry, y'all. Like, I had a lot to get off my chest as far as that's concerned. But I don't know.
So do you think it's a possibility though that you can meet someone like worth meeting for the long run in the DM?
I mean, the people, for me, the people that I feel like in the DMs that I can meet are people who I already know. So let's say I know you, not even like we're friends. I've seen you before in person. Like, we've come in contact, we've crossed paths, or we have a number of the same, like, we have, even though we may not know each other well or we may not know each other at all, we have a number of mutual contacts and mutual friends. I feel like with that, then because even though I may not have, you know, necessarily spoke to you more than a hi and bye, I can probably deal with that to some degree because I guess, like, you know, I know that, okay, you are a real person and you're not, you know, you may be something that I'm looking for, something that I like. But as far as, like, I don't know you from anywhere, that's just because of my mindset and where I am. And not even because I feel like I'm not even looking for anyone. You know what I mean? So I feel like it's just a double negative. Like, I don't like the DMs and I'm not looking for anybody. That just kind of just makes it maybe disfavorable for me. But, I don't know, girl. I don't know.
Okay, what about even not just the DMs? What if it's maybe an email? Somebody mysteriously found your email and just emailed you like, hello, I found your email through this and I saw you, like a secret admirer that just emailed you. What would you say?
I ain't got the time. Listen, I don't have the time. Like, I just feel like at the end of the day, like, because you know what, and I'm not saying this from just any old place. Like, and for the listeners, if you guys don't know how old I am, I'm not like super old, but I am 33. And so don't get me wrong. I've been in situations where I had to learn things for myself, what I like and what I dislike the hard way. And so now that I've been there and I've done that, it's just like, I ain't got the time because the people that I've met in person can even give me grief and give me, you know, can be doing the most. So imagine somebody who I haven't even met before. Like, I'm just, girl, I ain't got the time. But I don't want to hold these people all day because I can go on and on and on. So, Asia, even though you're my guest, I feel like I was your guest today. Before we close, do you have any words on, like, what do you, like, as far as DM love and DM dating? Is there any advice that you would give people who they use that route?
I would say, y'all, like, go for it. Like, if somebody DMs you and you like what they're saying so far, talk to them, but don't be too quick to meet because people are getting hurt that way. And don't be too quick to give your phone number because people are kind of psychotic with that too. So I would say just take it slow and there's no rush.
But don't take it too slow because, like I said, you may fall for this person and then you realize that you don't necessarily like what you see when you actually see it, and then you're going to get got. Okay? That's just my 2 cents, okay? But then it's something that you mentioned. I'm really quick. I do know of someone who actually met up with quote unquote a woman on social media and he got robbed.
Oh my
so
God.
Y'all gotta be careful. Yes. And I think when they met up, the woman wasn't by herself. She was with dudes. But it's kind of just like, you see how, so you use your beauty or use whatever it is. And it's kind of just like, so y'all have to be careful in general. I mean, but don't get me wrong, whether it's DM or in person, if you met the person one time, you could still get set up. But just, you know, just to kind of like be just very aware of what it is and the people that you're getting involved with and whatnot. So, Aisha, before we do go, if they want to contact you on social media, where can they find you? What is your what is it called? Your @ name? I don't even know what it's called, girl. Where can they find you?
So my @ name on Instagram is Insanely Pink. But please, like Tracey said, no DM love for me. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much for being my special guest again today. And to my listeners, I thank y'all so much for listening to me go on my little rant and rave about how I feel about this DM situation. So thank you guys. And until next time, everybody have a great one.
It goes